Hello, good morning, guys. How's everybody doing? I see two people on. I was just getting on because I've been up early. I've been up early working on a 501c3. I for some reason am working on a looking for some grants and working on looking at some government loans for a client of mine. So I believe with the way things are going, there are going to be some grants available, but I'm definitely starting to see more government loans pop up. So, um, yeah. So, hopefully I can get all of that finished today. And me and my grandbaby gonna go when she get here. We're gonna go. It's gonna be a beautiful day today. We'll go walking and go to some of the festivities that they have in the city. Mom need to bring a stroller. What's this month? March. Ooh, they're gonna have Africa in April starting next month in a couple weeks. I love Africa in April. Hey, John Brown. It has been a while. He said your boy Trump is headed to Memphis on Monday. Keep him away from Dolph Land, please. I want him to stay away from Memphis because I don't need him having the terrorists looking to try to do no attacks in Memphis. Leave Memphis people alone. Oof, Lord Jesus. I don't know what it is about Memphis. Mm. He said he wanted to um, pay homage to the National Guard. He could have did that on the press conference. Hell. By the way, they was downtown. Somebody got shot downtown, and I'm listening to the people. Y'all, it's something wrong with our people. It really is. It is really something wrong with our community. We sick in the head. Now, as it gets warmer, more and more people are gonna be out. These folks is on drugs. They don't give a damn about what they do. As a matter of fact, let me change my title because I got a lot of energy this morning. I was tired as hell. Let me tell y'all something. The reason I've been missing in action, y'all, I've been so tired. I've been having to make up some of my schoolwork. I've been having to like my caseloads at work has picked up. So I've been really outside, you know. Yeah, Cornelius go to court on Monday after next. Uh, and so I've been really tired. I've been very tired. So every time I got ready to do a live, like I would do because I have my most energy. I have the most energy when I wake up. I normally wake up real early. That's why I was putting up videos before I went to work. I would do the videos early in the morning and just start uploading them right before I went to work. Because when I wake up, I'm all perked up. I think it's something about this food that as soon as I eat something, it's like I ain't perked up as much anymore. So I was gonna have me a cup of coffee. I was like, I probably don't even need no coffee because I think that coffee does something to me. it don't it don't give you energy like it used to. I think a lot of this stuff, a lot of what happens, it could just be the water. Um, it does something to you. So when I it's like when I fast, if I go, let's just say I wake up and I decide, because I'm not a breakfast person. I really don't like breakfast. Every now and again, I wake up and I notice that happens like right around the time my period get ready to come on. I wake up and I be real hungry because you know your hormones are out of control. Child, I've been on my vitamins. I gotta tell the women, as we get older, like our hormones are like out of whack and we're not regular and stuff like that. I've been taking my black girl vitamins, those I forget the name of them. I've been regular again. Okay. Because you know that perimenopause, you start to hold weight. I'm losing weight. Now I'm just starting to see like I'm just starting to see like I'm learning about everything, right? About weight and what makes you hold weight, and at a certain age, like your hormones start getting out of whack. And as as you start aging, and if you're irregular, you retain water and stuff like that, right? So I mean, I've just been on the vitamins and stuff to help me. It's like my sleep is being regulated again, because when I work all day, I don't be up all night no more. I goes right to sleep. Okay, I go right to sleep at nighttime. Not unless I got like a paper or something like that to do. Y'all know, as far as school, I am so dedicated to my degree. I am so close to it. I am so dedicated. And um and I want my GPA to be up so that I can get into um the law school in Memphis. I can't go to Atlanta and go to law school. I can't do that. I gotta sit. My life is in Memphis. Okay. My life is in Memphis. Anyway, I need to change the name of, because I need to talk about some of this stuff that's going on in Memphis. So I was looking at, they was downtown last night, and somebody got shot downtown last night. And what I hear is, okay, so they had the National Guard out there. They had let me pull it up, because this don't make no damn sense. All right. This don't make no sense.
Damn, he just got shot, man. Oh my God. Hold on, Black News, a man just got shot. Man down the Handy Park. I saw it. Oh my God. A man got shot. Oh, he got shot. With all them states.
So y'all hear the girl holler about, they just shot him with all them troopers standing there, like it's the motherfucking troopers' fault. They don't. The thing that get me about, especially about some of these stupid asses in Memphis, is that they go out and do jacked up stuff because they on all types of crack. Crack might help some of these crazy stupid motherfuckers. Okay, they on all types of fentanyl. Okay, they ain't act like this when they was on crack. Hell, crack might help them. Okay, so when they go out and they do all this crazy stuff, y'all know Auntie been trying to keep my blood pressure down, but these folks gets on my nerves. And I ain't got no damn high blood pressure because I done lost over 20 pounds. My pressure ain't up. And I ain't on no medicines on no blood pressure medicine either. Okay. And so they want to blame the police for everything that Junebug and Lil Rufus and Bonquisha do. Now they blaming the National Guard because a stupid motherfucker shot a man in front of them because they probably on all types of fentanyl and shit. It's the police fault that I'm on drugs. No, it's your own damn fault. You a damn crackhead. Okay? You like drugs, you's a junkie. It ain't the police fault. It might be your mama fault for not watching your junkie ass, but it ain't the police fault that you're a damn junkie and you want to try drugs and you got a damn codependent personality. For some reason, people in our community, see, people don't like to hear shit like this, but listen, I don't give a damn about you getting mad at me. It's got to be told. It's been going on too long. Folks in our community always want to outsource the damn blame, because if you take a look in the mirror and blame yourself for your damn mishaps, you got to do something about it. And people don't want to take responsibility for what they do to themselves, because then they got to do something about it. You like being a damn crackhead. Well, they ain't crackheads no more, because being a crackhead really is an upstep now. You motherfuckers is just dirt junkies. You all on fentanyl. They laugh at the crack. Ain't no crackhead. Crack is wet. I'm on the fentanyl. I'm on this. You on the lowest of the low. Okay, you on meth. It ain't no recovery for you. Your brain is a scrambled egg. And that's why they put that drug in our community, because meth been in the white folks community all that time. Black people you didn't see a lot of black people dealing in meth. You don't even really hear about white folks meth labs and shit blowing up no more. It's in the black folks neighborhood now. Okay. For some reason, the people in our community want to have a codependent personality, and we ain't got nobody to save us. Save your own ass. Say no to drugs. Okay, just say no. Because let me tell you something. When you get through going and getting high, whatever damn problems you got, it's going to be right there when you bring your ass back down up off of that high, and it's going to be the problems you had before you got high. It's going to be worse, because when your ass is up that high, that's what you ain't coherent. That's when folks had the opportunity, when you're high and out of it, they molesting your kids. You got all types of other problems when you bring your ass down up off of that damn high, all because you wanted to take yourself and try something. Hell, you knew what meth and fentanyl and crack and shit was gonna do to you when you tried it. Hell, you saw what it did to other folks. You ain't got to try to see what it's gonna do. You know what it's gonna do, because you saw what it did to other people. Okay? So they want to blame the National Guard. They shot him in front of it's the National Guard fault. No, it's that motherfucker fault who shot him. How about that? See, that's why our community is stagnant. Yeah, I shot somebody, but the police was looking at me, showing them that's the police fault. It's your fault. Okay? We got to start taking responsibility for what we do. I was thinking about some little young dudes that live over here by me. I don't mean no harm. They ain't even supposed to be over here, and I knew it. I'm looking at them. I mean, people get condos and shit, and folks name other people's names all the time. But here's my thing: if you're gonna be in a community, and you already know you ain't supposed to be in the community, why not try and do right? A hustler would be trying to. You see all these damn medical students and these damn first year doctors and shit like that working at the hospital and all of that. Why ain't you trying to connect with them? It's one of these they in law school and shit like that. Why ain't you trying to connect with them? Instead, you bring your sour ass up in here and start stealing. Okay? You start stealing. So I'm always ordering stuff. They did it when I was down there in Walls, but they ran them up out of the neighborhood though. Okay. They got ran up out of the neighborhood. As a matter of fact, they got ran up out the neighborhood because what they was doing was that person had made their house Airbnb, and that was against the HOA. Okay, so in some neighborhoods, and those are the ones you need to be trying to move in. You can't even make your house a Airbnb for anybody to come up in that damn neighborhood. And so, anyways, I had a package to go missing. I really am a nice person, y'all. I am. I'm a real nice person. But if you play with me, I'm gonna turn on you. Okay, I'm gonna turn on you, and I'm gonna try to be as vicious as I can be, so to let you know so you know not to play with me no more. And so I really am. I'm a nice person. My package went missing, and I knew that them little thugs did it. Just like down there in Walls, I wouldn't have put a note on their damn window. I confronted him. I saw him walking around with no damn shirt on. That did something to my nerve. He looking all. I said, let me talk to you. I said, you just moved over here. We never had packages to go missing. I said, you stole my package. I said, I know you stole it because the neighbor got a camera. At the time, I ain't had no camera up, not outside, because we didn't have to have them. And so he broke down and went to crying. I said, so what I'm doing is I'm going to the police station. I stole it, ma'am. I'm sorry. I said, you stole my package. Had my damn flip-flops in it with my bejeweled flip-flops, hell, with the diamonds and stuff on them. You know, the fake little jewelry. He went and got them out of his car. Okay. And said, see, they'll give you the stuff back when they know they've been caught. I promise to God I won't do it no more. He went all into a whole lot of stuff. And it had not happened. Okay. So I'm sitting right here and dozed off. When y'all know I've been tired because I've been working. I've been tired. Dozed off and went to sleep. I woke up. Everything that I order, I have it where they take a picture. I always get a notification. So I woke up at about 9 o'clock. I said, oh, I ordered something from Amazon. I'm always ordering supplements. I got this thing about I like to try a supplement, okay, to help to give me energy. So I was like, oh, okay, my supplement. It was a copper supplement. I said, okay, my supplement. Took a picture, sent it to my email. Okay, I said, okay, it's right there right there outside of the door. I opened the door. I didn't see. They put it right up in the door. Open the door, didn't see Amazon package the first. Y'all know my brain already turned over. I already know. I said, these little motherfuckers done stole my package. Okay. I said, I gave him a pass the first time. Because see, they have all types of people coming up in and out of there. And they was able to talk their way out of they were supposed to, even the National Guard kicked the door in a month ago. I was getting ready to go to work and I heard something. Boom. I was on the phone with Hitter. I wanted to walk out. The man put his hand up for me to close the door, and they stood at what is it called, a rest in front of my door, in front of the lady door over across the hall. She a nurse Pratt. They live next to her. And so they took one of them to jail. That he was able to talk. I guess he told the people at the office that they came looking for somebody that had been at his house, because when they stole my package, I told him I was not going to play with him if he ever did it again. And it probably wasn't him, because I'm looking at the girlfriend. She looked like she on something. Okay. As a matter of fact, when I saw that girl come out the house one day, I had just gotten back from out of town. A conference my job had sent me on, investigators conference. We were taking all the stuff out the car. And her friends out there with the music loud. Bitch, I ain't gonna pay no $1,600 a month. And you got a bunch of fucking rats over here. My man, my man, my man, my man, my man. That's what they was doing out there, singing, dancing. Embarrassing to me, because the white folks just looking at them like, probably, what the hell going on here? I just looked at him and said, let's get away from over here. You damn right, bitch. That made me mad. Okay. So then my package went missing. I went to the office and I said, I didn't say anything before, because as a young black brother, even though he was a damn thief, I tried to give a brother a chance. When he came to me, he gave me my shoes back. As a matter of fact, I thought about before, I had some jars and shit to come up, candle jars to come up missing. Right before I figured out that went missing. And I bet he stole that. Okay. And so, I was talking to the lady. I said, I tell you what though, I can go anywhere and pay $1,600 because that's too much anyways. Okay. For a damn little condo. We're just paying for the area. Because it's time for a house, another house. I said, so I tell you what, until I get that, I can go, because I can move anywhere down here. Okay. No. She said, well, we've been getting complaints anyways. I said, well, the National Guard kicked the door in. She went into something else. I said, dude, is the apartment in their name? Well, I as far as I know, I said, well, I ran their tag. That when they ain't got no criminal history, I said I ran their tag. All three of them got a criminal history. What are you talking about? I said all three of them got a criminal history. I ran their tag number. Have you had anybody run their tag? We don't have those capabilities. I said, well, I'm telling you. I said, so now I'm in fear of my life. I never would have did it. They think they're gonna steal my shit. So, anyways, I said, well, I tell you what, I'm gonna move. Because I can go anywhere and live. Okay. Well, no, we don't want you to do that. I know damn well you don't want me to do it. Every month I see a note on their door. That means they ain't paying on time. So, anyways, I guess she was like, well, I'm gonna talk to the attorney and this and that, because that is a violation to be stealing. So, anyways, I'm sitting out in my car the other day talking to somebody. And he walks up and knocks on my window. Can I talk to you? I said, hold on, I'm on the phone. When I get out, I'll holler at you. I did. I ain't no scary chick. So when I got out, I went and knocked on the door. I said, you want to holler at me? Yeah, the office, I got a meeting with them. I'm stressed out. They brought up when I stole your package. I promise to God on my life, I ain't stole from you no more. Okay. I promise to God I haven't. It wasn't me. I've been working around the clock. I'm trying to get my life better. That's what he told me the first time, but it probably wasn't him. It was I think it was one of the other ones that didn't know that me and him had a run in. But ain't no motherfucker gonna steal from me. But here's the thing about it. I said all that to say this, okay? Cause see, I don't mind giving people a chance, but I ain't gonna pay rent nowhere. But I sure ain't gonna be paying no almost no $1,700 and living amongst a bunch of motherfucking hood rats. Okay. But I said that to say this. In our community, it ain't nowhere in the world you supposed to be stealing in your in no from no. I don't like no thief. Period. I don't like nobody that steal. It's something about them that grosses me out. But how in the hell you gonna be stealing in your own where you lay your head at? Okay. Because when I come home, I want my shit in front of my motherfucking door. Okay. So I already get a picture. So he was like, "Well, what I do is that just so you will know that it ain't me. I'll buy you a ring cam." I said, "You ain't got two. I done ordered three." And then they going outside in every angle. Now I feel like I'm living in the projects. That's how I feel now. That's why I told the woman. I said, "I feel like I'm living in the projects now. I can't live over here no more." I got to put ring cameras everywhere because y'all want to let anybody move in. It ain't even supposed to be like that. Now, if I gotta have ring cams in every angle, I'm living in the damn projects now, so I can go anywhere and pay almost 1,700. As a matter, it's time for a house anyways, another house, because I can pay less for another house. I was just trying to wait for an affordable one to become available on the river. Okay. And so, anyways, I said that to say this. I believe that the little brother is trying to do better. I see him working, but he's a thief. I started seeing one of his little brothers started coming on the weekend and he walks and walks and walks. And that does something to my nerve. Why is you constant walking? You hanging all over the rail. I don't we did that shit in Clementine. Okay. He probably was the one that stole the package. But here's the thing: like, what's the end result? Starting to break into people's houses. The people, if they'll steal your packages, they'll knock your door in. They ain't gonna knock it in with me here because I'm gonna knock them back out. I'm gonna blow them back up out of here. Okay. I even tried to be nice to the little guys. If I had garbage and I didn't feel like taking it around there, I would say, listen, he was walking back and forth anyway. It means he needed something to do. The little brother, I said, here, take my garbage around there to the garbage can, if you don't mind. And then I would give him some money. I gave him $10, $20. Because I figured he walking like that. Sometimes if you let him know here you work, you'll get paid instead of stealing. But then I be trying to save everybody. That ain't even my job to try to tell no damn young adults no shit like that. They know that. And I told my mom, I said, kind of pull on my heartstrings a little bit because I don't be wanting to see nobody because he crying, ain't got nowhere to go. They gonna put me out. It pulled on my heartstrings a little bit. And I thought about if I had not confronted them, would they care about still taking my shit? Would they? Do y'all think I was wrong? Y'all tell me in the chat, was I wrong? Yes or no, was I wrong? Y'all tell me. No, because it's one out there now. It's one out there now. It could be a grain of salt. If it is mine, do not touch my shit. And no, it didn't. It wasn't up then. It's up now. But he admitted to taking it the first time. He admitted it. And after he admitted it and gave me my stuff back, he didn't. I have to say, nothing came up missing again until recently when his little brother started walking. Make me think he walking trying to see if somebody got packages in front of their door. I thought about it. I said, well, it's a Hispanic couple that just moved in, but them motherfucking folks own a restaurant. They drive Audis and shit. They ain't stole no damn Amazon package. That man and his wife just had a damn baby. They own a restaurant over there on Union. Why would they take a package in front of my damn door? It wasn't them. It's the same damn crew that did it the first time. I don't necessarily believe it was him, but it was one of them. Because he already knew. I told him if he do it again, I'm gonna stock sold to you. And so it's been over a year. It's been about a year. And I could tell the way he dropped his head. I said, it happened again. He dropped his head. I said, remember, I talked to you about this when I gave you a pass the first time. Ma'am, I swear to God, it wasn't me. It wasn't me. It wasn't me. I said, don't you know I get pictures when they drop packages off? I know when they drop it off. I get a bing on my phone and they take a picture and send it to me in my email. Anyways. I thought about he a con artist because he, it's easy for a man to cry. And he a young one too. He the same age. I said, how old are you? He the exact same age as my damn kids. So I know they'll tell a lie. And con artists. Okay. Anyways. But I said, look, I got some coming today. They just let me know that the driver is near. Okay. But I mean, like I said all that to say this. People in our community do shit. And then when it backfires, okay, when it backfires, because I'm gonna tell y'all something. Temu wouldn't give me my money back on those candle jars. They started hollering about, well, the driver got proof that they dropped it off. I cussed everybody out. I cussed the postal service out. I cussed them out like a dog. I said that the postal service was stealing, and the truth of the matter is, they didn't steal it. He did. Okay. And I told that lady, I said, you talking about beautiful condos. And y'all trying to fill spaces, y'all not doing the checks and balances to see who it is, because people sign for folks to get condos and apartments and shit all the time because they don't qualify for them. And y'all gonna run off people that can that actually pay their rent and shit on time. I guess she thought about that. Okay. Anyways, everybody cares about Dolphinland Cypress. What are you talking about? Everybody loves Dolphinland. Mrs. Channel says they are trying to push for federal laws that would allow all tenants to have above door cameras at the least cause a lot of places, man. Well, they out there now. They're out there. I'm able to see now, but the thing about it is like it's a gated community. It's not easy for anybody and everybody to get in here. When you buzz at the gate, they snap your picture. You can't even get in if you got a damn mask on. Okay, you're gonna have to show your face if you don't live over here. If you buzz in that gate, you got to show your face, and you can't just come in right behind another car. It's security up there to ensure that you don't trail another car in. So one of my friends, I asked y'all that because one of my friends, he's just a friend of mine. We just cool. I'm gonna say, but baby, you can't control everything. You're talking about you don't want certain people living around you. That ain't nothing. You can't control what people do. Yeah, I said they ain't got no business stealing my goddamn packages. Well, you're setting up talking about you discriminating. You don't want certain. You talking about they thugs. You don't want them. I said no, because I wouldn't want to live around your thug ass. Hell, just for him saying that to me, like I was doing something wrong. I'm grilling fish today, and he ain't getting none of it. Anyways, y'all hit the like button for me. Make sure y'all hit the like button. It's piss me off like I'm doing something wrong just because he a damn thug. He must steal. I said, hell, you must be a damn thief. Hell. Um. Anyways, that's why I be saying to myself, people get on my nerves. People be getting on my nerves. People be getting on my nerves so bad. I like chilling by myself. My nerves is bad. I need to Take my car around there to the car wash. Moo. I need to have my daughter's boyfriend come and take it around there and wash my car for me. I'll pay him. Said he want fried fish. Oh, let me tell y'all what I did on yesterday, y'all. So yesterday, so Piggly Wiggly down there in Olive Branch had a meat truck sale. So it was like a 1-day sale. It was for Thursday. But I went yesterday because I didn't know it was just for Thursday. So they still had meat left over. Oh my God, y'all. Everything. The long packages of chicken wings, the long packages of because I like to buy chicken legs and chicken thighs because I like to grill the chicken. I like to grill the chicken thighs because they stay juicy. I like to bake the chicken legs with and put cream of chicken on them and make them spicy. And I like to fry the chicken wings because I feel like it's disrespectful to the wing to do anything other than put it in some damn grease. Okay. And y'all, I had got so many bags of y'all know I bought a new deep freezer so that I could put my meat and stuff in. And I got so much meat yesterday, y'all. I had not seen a roast because y'all know I like to make that habanero roast. I had not seen a roast that was $9, $10, and $11 in over a year. Because y'all know they try to charge for one roast, one in the package, it's like $22 to $24 and on up. Y'all, I got about 6 roasts and they big. It was one that it was $13. I had not seen a roast that fat and big in so long. I'm telling you, I don't know. I should have. That was the only one of those. The big round roast. It was the real big round one. The ones that be like $30. It was like $13, and I got that one. I'm gonna cut that one in half. I might grill one half of it because I like to grill. It's warm again. I'm a griller. I likes to grill food. It'd be good too. I got so much meat, it was ridiculous. I did. I got so much meat. I was up rearranging my deep freezer and my freezer and my refrigerator this morning. I ain't gonna have to buy no more meat probably for months because everything, all of the chicken packages, I got big bone buffalo fish because I love big bone buffalo, catfish nuggets, catfish in the packages. Everything was $5. Everything. Every single thing except for the roast. And it was cheap too. But everything, all the chicken, all the fish was $5. I had so many bags, it is ridiculous. And I can't wait because next Friday I'm frying fish. I'm frying my big bone buffalo. I ain't gotta go to the Hollywood fish market. As a matter of fact, girl, you missed it. I'm telling you, it might be something down there. They even had seeded watermelon. They had the watermelons cut in half with the seeds in it. Okay. And it was $5. And I got about 4 of them and put them in the refrigerator. And I'm going to choke them down. I'm probably going to choke down 2 of them today because I love watermelon. And I go back and see if they got some more. The Tamara, did you get the cash after I sent you for the roast or that? I got it. Thank you to Black Barber. Black Barber sent me a cash out for the. Y'all know I love roast. I love Steven got me hooked on the roast. And now I found a way to make it the habanero roast. Oh, I need some more habanero peppers. And I'm gonna tell y'all something. If y'all want the fresh, like the fresh basil, the fresh rosemary in the big packages, go over to the Vietnamese market on is it on Madison? Is it on Madison? Is that Vietnamese market on Madison or is it on something else? It's over there. Okay, off of Poplar around that Madison area. I don't recommend you go in there and get no fish because the fish be alive. They kills it right there in front of your face and traumatize you. I don't even be wanted after that. But they chops the head off with the fish alive. Okay, so that's real cruel. So, but as far as like the different herbs and stuff, that Vietnamese market has everything up in there. Like, I went and got a sauce that I saw this Vietnamese lady, lovely Mimi, made like a for salmon. I love salmon. So they had this chili sauce. I was looking at it on Amazon. It was like $19-20. I went into the Vietnamese store, got the real big one, big jar of it. It's not a jar, it's I forget what it's called. A glass, whatever the container that it's in. It was like $8. And it's and I made a because I love to buy that trout from I love to buy the trout from Sam's. So I made a sweet spicy sauce to put on my fish, and it was so good. Did I say Viet? Well, Stephen, no, he gonna correct me. It's Vietnamese. Am I saying it right? Okay, Vietnamese, or whatever. Vietnam. Y'all know the Vietnamians or whatever y'all call them. Sam, yeah, go today. When you get there, let me know if they got some more watermelons. I still got your thing that I got you. I got to get it to you. I still, for my moderators that did not get their wine, I got y'all wine, y'all. I'm gonna show y'all. I got y'all wine. I be forgetting. They've been working me like a y'all. I've been working so hard that it's ridiculous. I don't mind it, but it's sure gonna be hard walking out there in that heat. Oh, as it get hot. Water. Oh, I love watermelon. I cannot wait until the I'm gonna eat watermelon. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna get ready to dig into that watermelon right now that I think about it. I'm ready to eat it up because I can eat up when it's hot. I be going down there to Millington to the organic market where they grow the watermelons and stuff in the back of the market. I goes down there. I be going down there 3 to 4 times a week getting watermelons. Oh my God, I love watermelons so bad. Hey, TB21. That wine I got for y'all asked Vanessa. I said, Vanessa, how that wine taste? Because when I saw that wine, it looked like it was good. She was like, she drank hers up. She's like, that wine was so good and it's got a kick to it. It's got different, I got everybody different flavors. So y'all gonna like it. Now for Joy Loves God and like New to You and all of them, I'm gonna have to send them two because I already had them some Sweet Bitch and I got them some of the wine I'm sending y'all to because y'all know they've been my moderators for years. I suppose I've been sending them that Sweet Bitch. I be y'all. That's how my mind work. I forget stuff. I thought about it. I was like, because I said I'm gonna put it in the car. But these little bastards over there, they've got the stealing so bad. I said they see me putting some stuff in the car, they'll be wanting to break into the car. See, that's the type of the stuff I'm talking about. That yeah, they got to go. Cause see, I want to feel bad for them. I haven't sent them out. I need to go to the post office today. Listen, I am moving out of my studio, y'all. If y'all got some teenage, sons that want to make some extra money and they work fast, I need them to box my stuff up and put it in the U-Haul, okay? I'll pay them. If they want to come and work for me for a couple hours, I pay, but and I'll buy them something to eat too. But they got to work fast, okay? Because I don't want to do it. I don't feel like doing it. It ain't really that. It's furniture. Like it's like real bittersweet for me. Cause I was like, well, no, I'm gonna stay. Cause every time I walk in there, it's like I feel my dad's spirit. I'm like, nah, I'm not gonna move. I'm not moving. I'm staying. It's like every time I walk in there, I be feeling my dad's spirit. I'm serious. And it be hard. I go, no, I'm just gonna keep paying rent for a place that I don't even come in. Cause I don't even go in there no more. Okay. Okay, Steven. It's taking me a long time to I probably well maybe I ain't gonna move this month. I'm gonna go on and stay. By next month I should have made up my mind. I think I just need to start boxing stuff up or go in there and get somebody to just box the stuff up without me being in there. That's the only way that's gonna work. Because if I go in there and start doing it, I just get to looking around and I think about all the memories and stuff. I'm like, I can't leave here. I can't go. My mom was like, why would you be paying all that rent at that studio? You never be up in there. You never go in. You never go. I go over to my studio maybe twice a month. Y'all, Goose Creek got a sale on their candles. Let me see something. Cause I want the strawberry lemon. I want the watermelon lemonade, the lemon sugar. Let's see if they on sale where I need them to be. Ooh. Ooh, watermelon bubble gum. I think I'm gonna order those. I have cameras all the way around my house in Georgia and the house I currently live in. That's what you have to do now. I promise you. I got them out there now. I said, Lord, it's just a shame. I mean, but you need to see. I guess I need to see what's coming up. I guess I do. Hey, straight to the point. You know what? I think I'm gonna eat watermelon for breakfast. Although I was in Whole Foods the other day and they ain't got my turkey bacon no more. But I think I'm gonna do watermelon for breakfast. I might put a couple of pieces of I did buy that coarse pepper. So I think I'm gonna take that coarse pepper and just pepper my turkey bacon down. That's what I'm gonna do. Take that coarse pepper and pepper it down. And I might just make eat watermelon and 2 pieces of bacon. Because I'm not a breakfast person. I don't know why. I've never really cared for breakfast food. Like I said, sometimes depending on like I guess the hormonal process, sometimes I wake up, I be so hungry. I'm like, I gotta have me some breakfast food. But as far as like being a real big breakfast person, I am not that. I could eat a boiled egg like if I'm real hungry in the morning when I wake up. You know how sometimes you be hungry. 2 pieces of bacon, but as far as having like making like a full course breakfast. Now, if I have like company or something like that, I'll do it. But as far as me, I'm not a breakfast person. I like dinner. Like I'm a dinner person. I like to make a full course meal for dinner. Like I do. Get out the way, Remy. Yeah, other than that, what's been going on? Shut the hell up. Yeah, it's so nice outside. It's 70 degrees. It's sunny. It is so beautiful. Hold on. I'm gonna let y'all hear me talk to my grandbaby. Let's see if she's gonna come over. I'm gonna let her tell me if she's gonna come over today. Because she's supposed to come over. We're supposed to do some stuff today. Be quiet. Hold on. Roscoe, hush. Your call has been forwarded to an automatic. Now I know my daughter's supposed to be up. Your call has been forwarded. I'm not playing with you. Stop. Be quiet. I'm not playing. Where your sister at?
When I talked to her this morning, she was working overtime at the house.
Okay. Where the baby at? She get on my nerves. Okay. All right. Yeah, hold on. My daughter gets on my nerve. And I know she see me calling. Yeah, I guess since I started talking about we started talking about food. She working overtime from home. So I guess that's why she can't answer me. But my stomach started growling. So I guess I'm gonna have to put go pepper that bacon down and put 2 pieces in. I can't eat a whole lot of bacon because oh I did buy some light bread, but I don't like no light bread like that either. I hardly ever buy light bread, but I did buy some. I might make a bacon sandwich or something. I like sourdough bread, but it's hard to find sourdough bread. Um, that's not full of calories and you know what I mean. Like I like the thin sourdough bread. It's real hard to find that to like make like a breakfast sandwich or something. Oh, I got some jalapenos in there. I can make me some scrambled eggs. Now I'll eat that scrambled egg with cheese a little bit of cheese, Gouda cheese, and with chopped jalapeno peppers and onions. Now I like that. I want that more than I want the bacon. My oldest is trying to get married today, so I'm listening as I get gore. Okay, congratulations to your oldest. Yeah, I may come back on later so that we could do a review on that video. Justice for Doll. I think we started looking at it last night. I went to sleep. I started, but I was drinking. Here's another thing that I can't do. I can't be sipping on no wine because I was trying to relax when I'm on here because I get real sleepy. And so I started dozing off, and I was supposed to be doing a review of the video. So, but I was already tired. So we'll probably do a review on that. We'll talk about like I said, it'll be interesting to see like what's gonna happen with Cornelius, like how much time he's gonna get. I'd be surprised. I wonder if they've actually changed his court date. I wonder about that because for some reason or another, they keep pushing his court date back. Cornelius' court date, they keep pushing his court date back. So they pushed it back now for almost 2 years, which is really weird. I don't know when Trayon goes to trial. When that's it, I do believe that Cornelius would know about Miss Anita Wilson's murder because he was out. Now, I think the police know who it was. You haven't heard them say anything about the person who was with Trayon that actually did the murder. Okay. Some people tend to think it was Teasy. I heard that it was Straight Drop that was with them, but it could have been anybody. Okay. So, and some people say they think that it's Teasy because supposedly Miss Wilson's son had said that the person that was with Trayon is dead. Supposedly, that's what he said. I don't know. But like I said, it'll be interesting to see how much time, Cornelius is going to get. He don't seem to be on his medicine as much. They probably gave him a lower dosage. So, all of that stuff is interesting. But I'll tell y'all one thing that I am happy about, like with Howard Barnett. I am really happy. As a matter of fact, let's pay a little homage to Howard Barnett, okay? Because I believe all of that is come. Hold on. Let me show y'all something. Yeah, hit the like button. Be quiet.
Or the Missouri boot heel. And we primarily strive to cover cases that are not getting a lot of attention in the press or are not covered by other podcasters. Again, this is a missing persons case that has very little information. Howard does not have a Facebook page, nor has anyone set up a public Facebook page for him. He is also not listed on the Charlie Project.
A brief description of the case. On July 18th, 2017, which was a Tuesday, Howard took lunch to his daughters who were at summer camp. Around 10 p.m. on Tuesday, Howard called his girlfriend to tell her he was stopping by to visit his cousin in Germantown. He never arrived and his phone went unanswered. He has never been heard from again.
Howard was driving a 2005 Honda Odyssey minivan. It was gray in color. It had a Mississippi license plate with temporary tags. And as we get into the timeline, we will see the van was found, but in a tragic state.
Howard is described as a 38-year-old African-American male. His current age is 41. He had a black, medium-length afro and a light mustache and goatee. He had a beard and brown eyes. He was 5'8" to 5'10", and he weighed 180 to 200 pounds.
Howard had tattoos of the names of his daughters, Shania and Trinity, tattooed on each of his forearms, one on each forearm. On his back, he has God Bless the Dead, with the names of many deceased relatives. Betty, his mother, says he also has his granddaddy on one arm, grandmother on the other.
Howard was wearing a white t-shirt, gray gym shorts, and flip-flops. He has pierced ears. He graduated from Oak Haven High School in the southern part of Memphis, near the Memphis International Airport.
Howard was known as a family man who went to his mom's house to check on her daily. He is close to his parents and siblings and known to call and FaceTime them several times a day. A friend, Kimberly Barnes, said of Howard, "That's a good man, a loving father. He's a great brother."
As his tattoos indicate, he is the father of two little girls who were just 6 and 7 years old at the time of his disappearance. His mother's name is Betty Barnett, and Betty explained, "He's got a disabled daddy that he comes over to check on."
Howard's sister is Tracy. He has an aunt, Gwendolyn Dotson, and his girlfriend is Raquela Hunter.
Howard was a self-proclaimed family man who worked as a tax professional. We found a Howard Barnett that worked at Royalty Tax Service on Frazier Raleigh Road in Memphis. It stated he assisted taxpayers and small businesses with taxes.
Now let's get into the timeline. July 18th, 2017, a Tuesday. According to family members, he took lunch to summer camp for his daughters. He was last seen in the 4400 block of Timber Rise Road shortly after 10 p.m.
Tuesday night, he called his girlfriend around 10 p.m. to let her know he was stopping by his cousin's place in Germantown. Now, that's 6 miles from where he was last seen, but he never arrived, and calls to his cell phone went unanswered. He didn't answer, but his phone was ringing. He just never answered, said his girlfriend, Raquela Hunter.
July 19th, the next day. That morning, the family tracked his phone to an area of downtown Memphis off of Jefferson Avenue. "It still rings. It still goes to the voicemail," Aunt Gwendolyn Dotson said. The signal died shortly thereafter.
So, 4400 Timber Rise Road to downtown Memphis is about 20 miles, and Germantown to downtown Memphis is also 20 miles. Why was his phone tracked 20 miles from the location where he should have been? Was he hijacked at some point, or did he go downtown but was telling his family and girlfriend he was in Germantown? Did something happen in downtown Memphis before or after that?
July 22nd, 2017, Saturday, 4 days after he was last seen, dozens of family
Okay, my friend had told me, and I guess this is nothing definitive, that they have reason to believe, get out the way, that in the downtown areas where he was forced at gunpoint away from. Okay, get out the way.
and friends spent the day passing out flyers in nearly 100-degree temperatures, waiting to find someone who saw something. Tracy Barnett, his sister, said, "This is day 4. It's hot out here. His family and friends got up early this morning to get out here in this heat, and that says a lot. He's loved by everybody."
His family pleaded with the public for information. As each passing day fades away, so does a little piece of the hope they're desperately clinging on to. He wouldn't just leave his girls, said his sister Tracy. This is not like him. This is so out of the norm for him.
Family friend Kimberly Barnes stated, "We need him. He's a necessity to this family. He's a rock to this family. The only thing we're asking for is some closure. Bring us some closure."
For his mother, Betty, every second that the phone doesn't ring makes it harder to hold out hope. Just give us a phone call and let us know he's okay, she said. That's all I want. He would never do this. Never, never. All this long time, he's going to call his mama. He's going to check on his daddy. That's for sure. Just bring my child home, please.
July 24th, 6 days after his disappearance, Memphis police issued a city watch for Howard and his 2005 Honda Odyssey van. The Barnetts sat for TV interviews pleading for
I don't know what it is about. It's certain things that I started talking about. It really messes with people. That's why, whatever happened to him, whoever it is that knows about what happened to him or was involved, they lurking and looking.
Missing person.
October 27th, 2017, a NamUs case was created.
February 27th, 2018. WMC Action News 5 retraced the missing man's steps as investigators pleaded for help solving the disappearance. There is just one missing puzzle, Mother Betty Barnett said. The main ingredient, Howard Barnett Jr.
For 7 months, Betty and her family have searched for her eldest son. "I say, son, I'm not giving up hope because I know you're coming home," Betty said. They insist hope is not lost despite few clues in the 39-year-old's disappearance. "I go to work every day. How you making it? Still haven't heard from you, son." "I say no, but by the grace of God, he is keeping me strong."
Betty also stated, they still working on it. They have things, but nothing is coming to the surface. In Howard's case, Lieutenant Capps said tips from the community are vital as Memphis PD handles more than 3,000 missing persons cases each year.
Lieutenant Capps also said, "Just try to keep your eyes and ears open and please, please call. Somebody please step forward with information."
August 2018. Raquela Hunter and Howard Barnett were supposed to celebrate their 1-year anniversary this month. "I just miss him," she said.
July 18th, 2018, per WMC Action News 5. 1 year later, there is still hope in Betty Barnett's heart. And here's an audio clip of Howard's mom.
It's been rough. Every day, I wake up and say, "Son, where are you?"
Betty holds strong to her faith that her son will walk through the front door. Waiting, Betty said. That's all we can do. Howard has missed birthdays and trips with his girls to the pool. His daughters said they wish he could return.
And here's Betty again with WMC News.
We need a closure. We need an explanation of why. Why does that happen to my son?
The family's last update from the detective on the case came 2 weeks ago, and there are still no new leads, and this is at 1 year out.
Everything is falling through. They doing their job, but like they said, every time they get a lead, they follow up on it, it comes up blank.
The search for Howard will never end for his family. We've been looking in the woods to see if we could see him or any clues, said his daughter. That's a really sad statement, that his daughters that young of age are going out looking for him in the woods.
1 year later, Howard's family continues pleading for answers and his safe return.
An article posted January 3rd, 2020 by WREG.com on the crime rate in Memphis states, the homicide rate for the city is on the rise and residents and officials are looking for solutions. In 2019, there were 191 homicides in Memphis compared to 186 in 2018 and 180 homicides in 2017.
City's crime and murder rates are several times higher than the national average. The violence is so bad that health experts are calling it a crisis. A historically oppressed population and high unemployment are certainly contributing factors.
Pamela Smith, who lost her son Malik Smith 2 years ago, is one of many who is hoping to get justice in 2020. There's so many young, vibrant young men and women that are out there that are losing their lives over senseless violence. Pamela Smith says nothing can bring back a loved one. She wants to give a word of advice to other hurting families. Talk about the good times. Talk about the positive times. Keep their memory alive that way.
So let's recap. On July 18th, 2017, a Tuesday, Howard took lunch to his daughters who were at summer camp. Around 10 p.m. on Tuesday, July 18th, 2017, Howard called his girlfriend to tell her he was stopping by to visit his cousin in Germantown.
He never arrived and his phone went unanswered on a farmer's private property. The van was badly burned, but there was no sign of Howard or any human remains at the location.
Did the police check cameras around the downtown area near Jefferson Avenue where his phone was last tracked? Were there cameras?
Was Howard in downtown Memphis or had someone taken the van with his phone in it?
Was he abducted at Jefferson Avenue? His van was found another 35 miles northeast at McCraw Loop.
The van was most likely set on fire to cover up any evidence. Then where is Howard if no human remains were found at this crime scene?
There is no missing Howard Barnett Group Facebook page, and he's not listed on the Charlie Project, but he is listed on the following Facebook pages: Missing Pieces, Black and Missing Incorporated, Tennessee Missing and Unsolved, Never Forget Me, and the Memphis Police Department Facebook pages.
His family loves and misses him. They need answers and peace. If you have any information that could help find Howard, you are asked to call the Memphis Police Department at 901-636-4479.
You may also reach out by messaging Tennessee Missing and Unsolved or by calling or texting at 615-556-0534.
Please help bring Howard home to his family and little girls, and please help keep his story alive.
And thank you to WMC Action News.
And thank you for joining us today.
Okay, y'all, we're going to keep praying for, we don't know what's going to happen, because it's been 9 years and they're supposed to be doing another search out there. Hold on. So who knows? You know, after 9 years, I think I think at this point, what we're all praying for is closure and for justice, because surely with him being gone this long, even if he just so happens to be somewhere where somebody is holding him captive, that would mean that they're holding him against his will. So, so we're praying for closure, for justice, praying for closure, and closure is knowing where he's at, what has happened to him, what made him go missing for 9 years, and for justice for whatever was the reason that made him go missing for 9 years, right? Anyways, you guys, we're going to pray for the Memphis Police Department. We're going to say a prayer right now because we need for them to do their job. That's what we need. We need for them to do their job. Okay. Hold on. Hello. Good morning. I am, but my mother's not. I know. I don't know. She got somebody bringing her a mattress. Okay, you guys. Anyways, you guys, we get ready to say a prayer. That kind of threw me off a little bit. We're gonna say a prayer for Memphis Police Department because contrary to, I mean, it's gonna take the Memphis Police Department, and hopefully they will acquire the help of the federal entities. If you ask me, I definitely think that his case qualifies for that. When you think about everything surrounding it, I'm not saying that Straight Drop or any of them is responsible, but what I'm saying is that I definitely believe, being that you know I don't know what's the word that I'm looking for. You had those entities that definitely they've been mentioned. I mean, if you ask me, there could have been some type of motive and reason. Straight Drop was connected to the lady, the girl that he was with, and some people say that Straight Drop was in jail, and he possibly could have been. But when I looked up Straight Drop, it seems like to me that he was out for a little while. I'm gonna look it up while I'm on here, because y'all know once I get off here, I get into other stuff, and then I won't I don't have the opportunity to be thinking about nothing. Let me see while it's on my mind. It's on the top of my brain. If he was out during that time. Hold on. I hate it when I be forgetting my passwords. I'm gonna just reset it. I'm so damn tired of resetting passwords because I can't remember nothing. I can't remember a damn thing no more. That's why I like to, when I'm thinking about stuff, I like to do it, because if I don't do it, I won't remember to do it. Y'all hold on, just give me a second, okay? Just give me 1 minute. Okay. Now let's see, y'all. What's up, hitter? Well, damn, I'm in. Oh, well. Y'all hold on, okay? Just give me a moment. Okay, I'm going to 2017. 1702. So it looks like he made it, went to jail in February of 2017, or those, or okay, those when they gave him those charges. He got it. His bond was posted 5/25 of 2018. So his bond was revoked. His bond was posted 5/25 of 2018. His bond was revoked 2/21 of 2019. But when did he go to jail? It looks like 2/11 of 2017. He was given a bond, 2/21 hold without bond of 20. Okay. So 2/11/2017, he was given a bond. He did a guilty plea on May 2nd of 2017. He did a guilty plea. He did a petition to suspend a sentence on November 3rd of 2017. He did a petition to suspend remaining sentence on November the 3rd of 2017, and it was granted. I don't know, y'all, because it says on 5, he incarceration on effective date 5/2/2017, he was given 5 years at the correction center. So it looks like in May of 2017, Straight Drop went and did some time. I'm allergic to something. I got a little hive to come up under my neck. I don't like no hives, no bumps, no nothing. I get to. It must be some soap. I get to having freakouts, panic attacks. Y'all, it looks like Straight Drop was in jail. He went in May 2nd, 2017. It don't mean he don't know what happened, but he wasn't out. He went May 2017 and was given 5 years. Or did he? Waiver of indictment and presentment. Hold on, y'all. Let me okay. Yeah, I don't think he might have. I think he might have been out. Let me see. On September 18, 2017. Be quiet. So y'all, it looks like he might have been out on probation because September the 18th of 2017, he had a order for pre-sentence report. And an order for pre-sentence report is a report, a judicial directive, usually after a guilty plea or conviction, ordering the probation office to investigate a defendant's background and offense details. The 25 to 35 page report helps the judge determine an appropriate sentence. The process involves a defendant interview, takes roughly 68 weeks, and includes personal history and criminal background. So maybe he was still out waiting to be sentenced. It's showing 5 years because that's probably what they ended up giving him. Okay. October 19th of 2017, petition to suspend remainder of sentence. And so they gave him probation. November 3rd of 2017, order state probation. And Chris Kraft suspended the remainder of his sentence. And by May 17th of 2018, he had a damn warrant issued for violation. His bond was posted on May 25th of 2018, but Howard was already missing. So I guess, let's see. On 4/26/2017, he was indicted. 4/26/2017, waiver of indictment and presentment. 5/1, jail arraignment. Okay. His jail arraignment, you guys. Okay, so his jail arraignment, that was the first arrest, the first court appearance after he was arrested. So that was May 1st of 2017. Get out the way before you go on now. Oh, wow. So when he went for his jail arraignment on May 1st of 2017, it was reset. He went May 2nd of 2017, and they disposed of the case. So he was not in jail. Well, he did a order on guilty. He did a guilty plea. We're going to work this out in a minute because I'm trying to figure out if his ass was out waiting to be sentenced. Oh my God. His on June 13th, 2017, custody release from the case, meaning they let him out while his case was still pending on June 13th, 2017. So on June 13th, 2017, the custody was released from case. So they let him out while his case was still pending, more than likely on bond. So he got out in June. Howard went missing. He got out June 13th, 2017. Howard went missing July 18th, 2017. He was out, y'all. He was out. He had a probation. He was out on probation because on September 18, 2017, he had an order. The judge had an order for a pre-sentence report, which the court ordered documentation prepared by his probation officer. So he was out. He was out waiting to be sentenced. So he was out. He was out. He was definitely out. They let him out on June the 13th of 2017 while his case was still pending. He was reporting to his probation officer, and Howard went missing a month after he got out. And I get to thinking about that now when I think about Howard's brothers say that the safe and stuff came up missing. Of course they will rob him. He needed to pay for a lawyer. You know, he was trying to get some money. You know, he was filing all these motions and shit. You know, trying to get the case thrown out. Around that time, it was a lot of motions that was being filed. And it does not say one time that he had a, let me see. I don't even think he had a public defender. Let me see though. Okay, you guys. He had a paid for attorney. So he had a paid for attorney, Howard Wagerman. He was a paid attorney, and you have to pay money to constantly have these motions filed. Around that time, like around September, he started filing a lot of motions. He had his attorney to start filing a lot of motions to try to have his sentence suspended and thrown, the rest of his sentence and shit thrown to. He started having them to file a lot of motions. That costs money. So, wow. He kept filing petitions to suspend remainder of sentence. And then it was granted. And then in November, it was granted. He was given full probation November 3rd of 2017. And he got his ass in some more trouble in May 17th of 2018, and they revoked it and issued a warrant for his arrest. Wow. Because it's real hard for me to get around. Okay. And I know that the young lady got to be a sociopath. Okay. I just hope that the damn fool that she laying with now, he don't be ever dumb enough to try and go do nothing to nobody, because he gonna get laid down and his ass gonna be locked up in prison with straight drop for the rest of his stupid ass life. Okay. Because that girl is a sociopath. Okay. So you have to believe. Why would a young lady call somebody and say, do you got your weapon on you? Why would she ask him that? Hold on, y'all. Get out the way.
Please. He's a good man. Yes, he's a loving father. He's a great brother.
What in the world? What you singing? What song is that?
Whitney Houston.
Oh, okay. What's the name of that song?
What was it? Was it Everyone Falls in Love?
Oh, okay.
As each passing day fades away, so does a little piece of the hope Howard Barnett's family and friends are desperately clinging on to.
He wouldn't just leave his girls and just, this is not like him. This is so out of the norm for him.
Those little girls, just 6 and 7, still don't know their dad hasn't been seen or heard from since Tuesday night. That's when he called his girlfriend around 10 to let her know he was stopping by his cousin's place. But he never made it home, and calls to his cell phone went unanswered.
He didn't answer, but his phone was ringing. He just never answered.
Hunter and Barnett are supposed to celebrate their 1-year anniversary next month.
I just miss him.
Dozens of family and friends are spending their Saturday passing out flyers in nearly 100-degree temperatures, waiting to find someone who saw something.
This is day 4. It's hot out here. These people got up, his family and friends got up early this morning to get out here in this heat. And that says a lot. He's loved by everybody.
He's a family man, close to his parents and siblings, and known to call and FaceTime them several times a day. So for his mother, every second that phone doesn't ring,
Just give us a phone call. Let us know that he's okay. That's all I want.
is making it harder to hold out hope.
He would never do this. Never. Never. All this long time, he gonna call his mama. He gonna check on his dad. That's for sure. Just bring my child home, please. He's a good man. Yes, he's a loving father. He's a great brother. You know what I'm saying? Like, we need him. He's a necessity to this family. He's a rock to this family. He is. I don't think we asking for some closure.
In Memphis, Nina Harrelson, WREG, News Channel 3.
Okay, Lord, I know that's hard for you. What I wanted to ask you is, okay, so I heard the news anchor say that he called Rakayla. So there was some communication at 10. Did your cousin say that he or she had spoken to him and he or she said that he was coming to their home as Rakayla said?
I don't even know what cousin she talking about.
Oh.
Like we don't know like what cousin she was talking about. From my understanding was that it was a friend of the family that he stopped by. And after that, wasn't nothing else about that. What cousin she talking about? I promise you, I don't know who she talking about. Because if that's the case, whatever cousin she talking about, that's our family, that cousin would have been came out and said, hey, he probably been coming to see me. He probably been coming over here, however. That topic didn't come up.
I think later on he told me that his aunt told him that he actually did stop by a cousin's house. He actually did stop by a cousin's house. Okay, so that topic never even came up, and MPD didn't even try.
Don't come to see me. I'm gonna keep it a secret. I ain't gonna say it. Definitely, if we got something like this going on, yeah, auntie or yeah, cousin, or did he come over there? So you knew it was me. So if you talked to him and he said he was stopping over a cousin's house, what cousin was it? Give or take between 8 and 9. I'm gonna say that I can be close to 8. I can be close to 9. That's why I'm using both of them time frames. That 827 number went dead, but the other phone didn't go dead to the next day. And I'm assuming, like I said, I'm assuming that number there went dead just because everybody was calling that phone, because the other cell phone was already dead. Mm-hmm. That's what I'm thinking. Now, do I know, was that the phone that was pinging downtown. At the time when they said the phone was pinging, I don't know which one of them phones it was.
Mm-hmm.
To this day, I don't know if it was the 817 number or if it was the other cell phone number. I don't know which phone was pinging downtown. I don't know that. But I can assure you, if it was a family member, the detectives would have questioned or said something to their family member. However,
That's true.
and that didn't come out. We might not have my mother other side of the family stay out of town. They all over the state, and they went down there. My daddy's side of the family, we all grew up together. So if it was a cousin, we would have knew what cousin that was.
Mm-hmm.
We would have knew that. After my brother went missing, I don't know what the date was on that when that aired, when that took place. There was either a day or two after my brother went missing. So she almost no, you know what? There was that day, because if I go back to it, when I told you that I had asked her to, I need you to stay over there so I can feel you out. So that was the first time that the news crew had came over there. So that was the first interview that they had did. Then after that, that's when she just went blank. So that's how she was able to get on the news.
Mm-hmm.
And my sister, my oldest sister, the one that was on the news, she was the one that got in contact with the news crew and did all that. So shout out to my sister for doing it.
Mm-hmm.
For doing all that and stuff there. So that's how she was able. Now it's coming together because it been years. So that's how Rakayla was able to get on the news that day, because it was still early in the daytime. No shade. By looking at my mama, her, it was still early in the daytime. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah,
She looked nice.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, she do. Okay. Yeah, but yeah. But yeah, back all jokes aside, that's how she ended up getting out there. And like I said, our family is close knit. Our family is real tight with each other, so I don't see that. Like I said, we didn't have no enemies. My brother didn't have no enemies. He wasn't the type of person that was into it with people. Well, none of us were. We weren't into it with nobody on the streets or nothing like that, because we didn't indulge in that type of situation. We didn't indulge in it at all. And
At what point did you and your family start to have conversations about what may have happened to him, or about her being suspicious? Was it right off, or was it just?
It was right off. See, and like I say, at first, it felt something, because if you go back to what we stated and talked about last time, she used to always be with him. Always be with him. And for her to not be with him that particular day, then for her to ask him that, then for her not even to want to stick around to even see even if he is going to come home in a couple of days or however, you packed your stuff that same morning, that same night in the wee hours. You left that same. You didn't stay there. You didn't stay there till 7 o'clock the next morning. You didn't stay at that house a couple of days. Is that the hope? Okay, if this man come back, we finna have an argument. Where you been? You didn't do none of that. You left when you called me at that 2:42, close to 3 o'clock in the morning, and say your brother still ain't came home. You packed all your stuff. So you kind of knew, in my mind, like I said, I ain't a detective, you kind of knew at hand that something was going to take place or something took place for you to just pack everything and to go in their house to not have nothing that belonged to you.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if it wasn't that, and he, like I said, if he went out, well, he probably ended up staying with this woman that night, and he came home. You didn't even see what that's the case. Like, newsflash, you left right then and there.
Mm-hmm. And you
It
said she
wasn't
called you 3 times that night, right?
Mhm.
Looking for him, or 2?
Yeah, 3 times. It was 3 times. She called me at 8-something, 11-something. Then she called me at 2:42, close to 3 o'clock in the morning.
And see, that's weird because she told the news media that he called her at 10 saying that that's why I asked you that. You know, my investigative.
You did not think that damn time. So that's what made you pack. You knew he wasn't coming back. That's my opinion. I can be wrong. I can be wrong. But I can be right too. And a part of me feels as if I'm right. Because ain't no way, like even when she was on the porch, how she was fidgeting on the porch, going in and out the house, going in and out the house. And like I said, when that truck pulled up, this is my thing right here. Okay, the truck pulling up in the yard. There's another reason I feel as if it was something in the game. The truck pulled up in the yard. See the tags on that vehicle or whatnot, because you couldn't see the tag. Be honest with you. Now, if that person just would have pulled straight in, you could have saw them.
Mm-hmm.
You could have saw them tag. But for you to reverse in the yard, you didn't want nobody to see them. You didn't want nobody to see them. They don't take no rocket science to figure that. You didn't want nobody to see that.
Now,
And
today,
you didn't want to wait till the next morning because the next morning was daylight. You didn't want to wait till the next morning to do it.
because they could have seen who was in the car, probably.
Could have seen who was in. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. So today we actually got a Jason.
Yeah, I hear. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're out here doing their job. They doing this and doing this. And for 2 to 3 years, I ain't been doing nothing. It have you thinking that it was a setup from the jump street.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I believe. I just, honest to God, I believe it was a setup from the beginning of the situation.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, I don't know where they met it or however. I don't know where they met it or anything like that. But I just feel as if someone, my opinion, I just feel as if someone put her toward him. I honest to God feel that.
Yes,
I can be wrong. Yes, ma'am. I can be wrong. But like I said, at first, before this took place, man, she was cool. Like, you know, when they do come around, you know, we'll laugh and we'll do our, she was cool. Didn't have no ill feelings toward her or about her until this took place. Like I used to get, like I said, I used to get upset with them because I used to like, man, let's go have a brother's night or a fella's night or something. And a fella's night, you leave your woman at home. But it wasn't that. She always was with him. So for her to always
she had
be
a
with
motive
him.
in your mind? Do you think that was a motive for her to always be with him?
Watch his every move. I think she was trying to learn his every move.
Mm-hmm.
But like I said, at the same time, I can be wrong. I could be wrong about You have to give us a reason to be like, no, she ain't do that. No, he ain't do that.
Mm-hmm.
No, they didn't come up with this. But like at the same time, you know, like I said, you know, the streets of Memphis are so small and people talk where you are bound to hear something.
Mm-hmm.
And lo and behold, you know, you heard that about her. You heard this about him. Then see it on your hands yourself, or seeing it on Facebook and all that. Where it's right there in yellow, it's right there in black and white where her and this guy was messing off. She was going down to see this fella.
She was going to see Straight Drop. She was messing off with Straight Drop.
And once she got done, when at the same time this situation here happened, she ended up having a baby by him. So while my brother missing, you get back with him or however, and you have a baby by this young man.
Mm-hmm.
So therefore, he was always in the picture. He wasn't going nowhere. So in my mind, it's like this here: either it's me or it's Howard. But if you just ain't finna leave Howard alone, I need to know this move. I need to know that move. I need to know this. I need to know that. We finna take him out. That's how I feel.
Mm-hmm. How do you feel about? Because remember what we talked about. I don't know if you want to talk about that. Like, I'm gonna just mention. Remember what I told you? Like the video.
Mm-hmm.
But somebody had told me the video. What you think? You want to? How you feel about that?
Speak on it. Speak on it.
So how do you feel about when I told you that somebody reached out to me and was like, and we don't know if it's true, have said that there's a rumor that the video that Straight Drop had put out was in reference to your brother. Did you get an opportunity to look at it?
No, I ain't saw it. I ain't saw no. I like to see his face. I ain't gonna, to see that face, that do something to me. It take me somewhere, but I haven't saw it myself. Okay. I would look at it. I would look at it, and I will give you my opinion on that. Okay. But at the same time, it could be true. It could be false. It could be true. It could be false. That's just like, I saw videos of him when I have saw some of his music videos before, but before this stuff here, situation and whatnot, where him and Young Dolph once was cool.
They were.
And he had on PRE train. You get what I'm saying? So at the same time, you can't put none past him. Quit either. You can't, I'm not trying to put it. I don't want people to think nothing about far as this got something to do with the Dolph case. I'm a constantly say that. And I don't have this, don't have until Young Dolph. So I don't want y'all thinking that it's just the people that did that to Young Dolph, may he rest in peace, had something to do with my brother. And for that to take place, it's like, okay, like the same stuff happened to Young Dolph. They was watching him and they end up seeing him and all that. That stuff happened. It's the same tactic that happened to my brother. If you ask me, I feel like somebody was watching him. Somebody was watching him that day, and just so happened they end up getting hold to him that day. And just so happening, guess what? You got Rakayla, you got Straight Drop, and now coming into the picture from what I heard, because at first when this first happened, I didn't hear nothing about the name Quit when it first happened. I didn't hear nothing about him at all. Nothing about him. Me hearing about him, this is new to me now. But like I said, that could have been one of the people that, okay, when they jumped out, he could have been one of the people.
Did someone say that to you? Did someone?
Yeah, the crazy lady. I don't know her name. The lady who be talking, who the lady who tried to get me to not talk to you.
And it's weird because she's Quit's moderator.
Her. I'm not ashamed to say it. She the one who told me that he had something to do with it.
Wow.
What she said, I'm not going to say that because I'm not going to put that out there. Because she's saying that's what the psychic reader told her. I don't knock people for believing in that. I don't knock, but I'm not finna put a charge on nobody until I know for a fact, okay, that's okay, he did that. Now, honestly, am I putting the charge on Straight Drop and Rakayla? Yes, I am. Lock them up. Lock them up. That's how I feel. Quit, I'm just not knowing about this. But it was things that she said. Okay. Got to thinking. But it was things that she said, and it was things how she said it. Now I don't want to believe it. I don't want to think that. You know, I don't want to put that out, and there can be false information on the fact. I don't want to say that. You know, has she been reaching out? She been reaching out to me I told my family. You know what I'm saying? When I talked to my auntie today, when I told her today, I talked. You know what I'm saying? I told my auntie what the lady said and everything. You know, and my auntie like, man, ain't nothing but the devil. I never seen nothing but the devil. You know what I'm saying? Because I told my auntie everything about how that lady came and all that type of stuff. And it's what she said. She didn't hesitate to say that right then and there. It's like you didn't even give a person a chance to breathe before you said this. Like, whoa. So I don't want to put that out or say that at this present moment without actually finding or hearing it from certain people that I know. I'm not just finna hear from this stranger just told me this. This lady that's at odds with you told me this. Okay, she could be telling me this to get me to look at you and be different toward you and get me on that side.
Right.
But she had already lost me when she immediately started bashing you. I couldn't do it. So the stuff that she was saying, then she tried to get me to listen to the psychic. She recorded the psychic talking. She recorded that. And she tried to get me to listen to and try to make you look so bad where therefore I'm gonna hear what she say. And I took it as if, okay, man, that's what podcast people do. That's why I ain't do it, but I had to come back and think about it and look at it with my Miss Tammy. She ain't do me like that. She didn't come like that, and she let me know where she worked at and who she worked for. She didn't come. She didn't come for this woman. She didn't say nothing about this. So for this woman to even know that I did it with you, she had to. It got to be somebody in your, viewers of something that's going back saying something to her. You see, that's how I look. That's how I look at it. It's a mole somewhere telling her what the topic was, so she can come back and try to rephrase and requote the words that you said to me, but in her own way. I hope you get what I'm saying. I hope your viewers get what I'm saying.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Because to me, that wasn't the way to do it. If you wanted to talk to me about my brother, what you should have did was came to me in a way that you made me feel like, okay, I can do this. I can communicate with you, man. Okay, I ain't just gotta be one. If I can feel the vibe, if we have all podcast people like me, like it don't matter. If we have all podcast people that are genuine and have good intentions and good meanings behind this, all y'all can get it where if it's take a village to just like come together. But I couldn't do that with that lady because she wasn't doing nothing but trying to tear her down. So I left it as that. I wasn't friends with this lady or none of that. So she was always inbox me in Messenger, but if I'm not friends with you, it go to as a spam. And that's what it was. It was a spam. So I just left it alone. And like I said, for her to just be commenting about that wouldn't have been good on my part. Because it's like this lady just helped me out a whole lot. At the same time, she helping me out. What I look like going over her on this side, communicating with a lady that's talking so bad about this side of her. That ain't right. That ain't right. So I wouldn't dare do that. And to whoever who she got even on her listening, y'all, don't nobody know who you is. You know who you are. I cut that out. That ain't a good look. Because we on here trying to find out what happened to my brother and hopefully what happened to other people.
I appreciate I really appreciate Jason. And be throwing nobody else up under the bus. I'll say that. Okay. So, anyways, you guys, I played that. I get to thinking about, because one of the things that made me go back to see if Straight Drop was out. Okay. I thought about it. I was like, okay, well, if he was in, it don't mean that he didn't do it. It don't mean that he don't know what happened, wasn't involved, or didn't call it. He wasn't out, but he was actually out. He was actually out. And I just kind of feel like it could be because his brother mentioned some more stuff. In that video, he mentioned how Howard had gone to jail for 12 years. He went in 97. I believe he said in the late 90s, and a guy that Howard knew actually testified against him. Okay, actually testified against him, got him locked up. Okay, and he said one of the things that was suspicious to him, and this is in the video, right? Was that this same guy, when Howard would go to Rakayla's mother's house, and I'm not saying that she's involved. Rakayla's mother claimed she didn't know that this guy was the guy that had Howard locked up. She would have this guy and his brother sitting up at her house, right? And that would make Howard feel uncomfortable because according to them, he had a real close relationship with Rakayla's mom also. So he said Rakayla's mom would say, I didn't know that this was the guy that got you locked up for 12 years. It's something about that right there. If it wasn't straight drop, then that's the next thing that I would look at. If it wasn't straight drop in his crew, then I would look at that. I would run that back too, because to me that's a little weird. You know, you got him locked up one time before for 12 years and it was about some weed or something like that. He's out. You might think he got something else going on. You know what I'm talking about? You feel like he getting some money or something like that. But that would have been by way of Rakayla's mother. Now, allegedly, and Rakayla's mother, I know you're a fan of the show. I'm not saying that because Howard's brother told me you was a fan of the show. So I'm not saying that you had anything to do with it, but I you know, what stood out to me was I kind of, well, I'll say this. I do believe, you know, just like my friend said, that where he met somebody around that Wendy's downtown. I believe that's exactly that Wendy's right there on Washington Street, right there by the jail. Okay. I believe that that's where everything went down at, around that vicinity. I'm like the police now. I believe that was the point of when around that vicinity, they went and threw his phone out. They probably didn't know he had two phones. Okay, they immediately made him turn the other one off. Once they did what they did to him, they saw he had another phone on him. Or they immediately threw that phone out, not knowing he had another phone on him. But I'm like somebody else now. I do believe that was where they forcefully took him at, down there on around Washington Street, on about where that Wendy's was at, where that Wendy's is at. Okay. Now I'm told the guy that had him actually put in jail for 12 years that testified against him is in jail right now. I don't know. My gut feeling tells me that whatever happened to him lies in that world of those two. Either straight drop or that. And I mean, that's just how I feel about it. Of course, they had to kill him. They was gonna kill him because he knew them. He knew who they were. Yeah, robbery was the motivation. It was robbery, and let's get him out the way. If it was straight drop, let's get him out the way so I can have Rakayla. And probably thought he had more than what he had. His brother said he never put any money in the bank. He kept all of his money in the safe in his house. He didn't trust banks. And that's the exact same safe when Rakayla left that night, according to his brother, was put in the back of that car, that truck that was backed in. Why would you take all of his money and stuff if he's gonna come back? Because he's gonna come back looking for his money. He gonna know you took it. Then you text him while he's out and ask him, do you got your gun on you? They were able to pull those text messages. He says, no. Why? And she said, never mind. Isn't that's weird. You know, why would you call your man and ask him if he's got his gun on him? And come to find out his weapon was at home up under the mattress. They all in the same circle, absolutely. It don't take much, I guess, to solve the case other than it being worked. I'm not a police officer, so I can't work it. But there's some a bitch that I talked to yesterday can. I'm talking about the investigator that's on the case. It's really all the ingredients, just like with, I used to always say with Lorenzen Wright's case, all of the ingredients are there. Now, they did everything they could to, when Lorenzen Wright went missing, there was a man named, they said he was with Craig Pettis. They put everything on Craig Pettis. Okay, they put everything on Craig Pettis. And sometimes I be trying to understand, because like with Shara Wright, and they and even with some other police officers, come to find out Shara was messing with a few of them. So they was real cool with Lorenzen. They had been his security and all of that. They did everything they could to try to put, and I think Shara was a part of that, to try and put Lorenzen Wright's murder, I don't know if he know it or not, on a guy named Bobby Cole. Okay, I believe that was his name, Bobby Coles, I believe. It just didn't fit. It just didn't fit. If they could have charged him with it, they would have. They swore that it had something to do with some cars that Lorenzen was getting from Bobby Coles and some drugs, and he left with that money to go buy some drugs from Bobby Coles. If they could have put it on him, they would have. Okay? Lorenzen Wright mama just wasn't going. She just wasn't going. She wouldn't buy into the narrative. She says what happened to Lorenzen lies in the world of Shara Wright, and she killed him for money. Lorenzen wasn't no damn drug dealer. He wasn't dealing with Bob. He wasn't selling. Didn't have Bobby Cole selling no drugs for him, whoever that is. They say he used to be with Craig Pettis. He might be in jail now. But that's what they tried to do. And that is the narrative that Shara tried to push. But his mother just wouldn't let she told the police. I remember she said on my show, she said, I told the police, ain't no need, you ain't gonna find nothing in that direction. My son wasn't no damn drug dealer. He wasn't dealing with no damn Bobby Cole like that. Shara killed him for the insurance money. And I'm glad she stood on that. Cheryl was so damn evil. The bonding company that I work for now, that I be doing bonds for, I don't be over there. You call me, I'll go. You need to get out of jail, I can get you out. And so that's something I do a little part on the side. But but at that time I wasn't. He was sponsoring my TV show. Okay. He was sponsoring my TV show because he liked me. Okay. I should have married him. And so what she did was she went over there to their bonding company and she saw that he was sponsoring the show. This is how diabolical Cheryl is. So he called me. He said, you know who come into my office today and asked me if I'll hire her? I said, who? He says, Lorenzen Wright's wife, Cheryl Wright. She says she wants to be a bonding agent. I said, what made her come up in your bond? I said, she wants to be a damn bonding agent. He says, check this out. This is a white guy. He said, check this out. She said that she saw my commercial on TV. He says, and I don't put my commercial on nobody's TV show but yours. So I guess she gonna get up under him. She feel like he's sponsoring my show to tell, because Lorenzen Wright's mother had told me Cheryl had the kids to call and say, Grandma, we tired of seeing you on these different shows talking about our daddy. She said Cheryl had them to do that. And Lorenzen Wright's mother is real outspoken, just like Howard Barnett's mother. They two are the same. They real outspoken, just alike. I guess those are Memphis mothers. And she said that she told her grandkids, well then, look at another station. If you see me on TV talking about your daddy and you can't stand it, you trying to heal, change the station, because I'm going to always get on TV and talk about your daddy murder until it's solved. She said, I know nobody but Cheryl told my grandkids to say that. Well, at the time, they had stopped talking about him. Nobody would air it but me. She came to my studio in Whitehaven every year on the anniversary of his death, and we would air it. And even then, we would have to edit out to keep from getting sued everything that she said, because she would always have outbursts and start crying and say, Cheryl killed Lorenzen. If they need to investigate Cheryl. She says they need to investigate Cheryl because she was the one that killed him. She said they talk about the insurance money, that $1 million she got from the NBA when he was killed. But Cheryl had millions of dollars worth of insurance on him herself that she collected from. Lorenzen had not changed his will. That's why you don't need to tell people what you're going to do. Lorenzen was getting ready to file for custody of his children, and he had told her, he had made an appointment with his lawyer. He had told her, I'm taking your name off of everything. I'm changing everything. I'm taking it. You ain't getting none of my stuff. After they divorced a few months prior, he should have changed it, but he didn't. But you don't ever tell people your next move, not unless you're being diabolical. Okay, you tell people what you don't mind them knowing. And then you be trying to fish feed them to see if they're going to bite, right? And so he told her that, and that's why she had an urgency to kill him, okay, when they went back before he changed everything, okay? That girl was so dirty. Lorenzen had his mother a house. When he went to the NBA, he got his mom a home over there, out there by y'all, what's the name of that place out east where a lot of that neighborhood where a lot of wealthy people live? It's probably a lot of hood rats in that area now, but what's the name of that little area out there in East Memphis? Well, he had gotten his mother a house around that area. Cheryl put that lady, but he got the house in his name. Cheryl put that lady out their house and sold it. Hear my right hand to the Lord, and I'm tell you how I know. When I started doing interviews, his mother and his sister became really close with me and started confiding in me. I mean, I went to his sister baby shower. She asked me to be her son's godmother, and I am. Okay. Jay Renzen, that's his name, Jay Renzen. And so, anyways, she put his mother out of the house that Lorenzen paid for cash and bought her and sold the house. And his mother didn't have nowhere to go. So she called me. She didn't even have a car. So she called me and asked me can you take me around to look at some rental properties? And I did. That was a sad sight because that lady had been, the worries of Lorenzen, I believe, took a toll on her health. She had cancer. She was fighting cancer. She was fighting a lot of stuff. And she spoke openly about that. Shara did that lady dirty, and she did it because she would not stop speaking about Lorenzen's murder being unsolved. Lorenzen had property, a vacation property in Hot Springs, Arkansas. She sold it too and got the money. When he was killed, she said everything that was in his name went to her because he had not changed it. His will. Now Billy Ray sitting up, he grinned the whole time. He ain't grinning now, is he? They was doing some crooked stuff too, because stuff was coming up missing out of the property room. The Lorenzen Rice case is the reason why they changed a lot of the policies in the property room. They won't say it because at that time officers could just walk in and get property, and they can't do that shit no more. A lot of the stuff, like the recordings of Shara threatening Lorenzen, all of that stuff was given to the police. It was put in property and it went missing. She wouldn't marry a police officer now. I was talking to my friend. He said, Dave, the real good guy. I said, but yeah, he a damn fool out here. What man gonna go and marry Shara Wright knowing that she has something to do with Lorenzen Wright? If he'll be a damn fool and marry her, and she married him so that she could keep her ear to the streets as it relates to the police. Okay. That was the closest thing. No other them. She married a deputy sheriff, but them MPD officers was already married. That was screwing her. That was stabbing Lorenzen in the back because he hired them for the security. Okay. Anyways, thinking about that make my damn head hurt. Anyways, justice for Howard Barnett. Okay, I believe that it's been 9 years. It's 9 years too long. Okay, it's 9 years too long. It's time for Howard's case to be solved. Okay. I'm happy that they're going back out there. I wonder if Justice for Dolph still got that video up of their farmland. Y'all tired of me? We could be on for 30 more minutes, can't it? I wonder if Justice for Dolph still got that video up. They really gonna start messing with me now. Every time I pull up his videos, they start messing with me. I don't know which video it is. He ain't got that many up. I wonder which video it is where It's showing that area out there. Oh man. Okay, so justice for Hal. This might be it right here. Okay, that's the that's right. Lorenzo Wright's mama. Everything the insurance company needs to reimburse Lorenzo Wright's mama. Everything that Shara got.
Desmond got killed because he called police before they could torch the car and get away with Dolph's case.
Thank you, Miss
Govan
Debbie.
loves to be part of murder plots to have as many bodies as possible. That's why his eyes open wide when he heard from Justin he plans to kill Howard. And that's why he told him about Mason area. Did you all see how Cornelius said in court how Govan told them to torch the car? This not only proves it for Dolph's case, but also for Howard, because I got that confirmation at the same place. Another thing Mr. Barnett mentioned was Howard's belonging, because dogs can really help find his remains. We will contribute our educated guess, where Howard could be in a minute. Did y'all hear this? Lil Shara Wright blocked the entire family after the incident on social media, screaming guilty and hiding some shit.
Rest in peace, Desmond Rogers. Thank you from the people for what you did. We got your and Howard's back today. Rest in peace, Howard. And of course, our dear Dolph. Let me show them another one in all your honor. They can't hide anymore.
Right down here, still smoking. Okay, so we'll go again.
Who remembers this address from the first episode? Correct. That is the last smoke shop's registered address and every rapper's favorite uncle's address. His wife, Lakeisha Anthony, is also registered on that address. That makes sense, right? So what would happen if I click on her name to see where they previously lived? Mason, Tennessee. Seemed like she has been there since 1997. Her family is Heron, and there are quite few of them associated with that address. Could Don Heavy be related to her too? Anyway, this address is in Mason, Tennessee. The first thing that came to my mind when I saw this page is Howard's minivan. That location is not in dense populated area, and something told me to immediately go and check the distance between her house and his burned minivan. On Google Maps, you can check the distance. Only 5 minutes away. Wow, remember how Howard's van was missing for 6 days, and as soon as they put City Watch out, the next day or the day after, the van just pops up right here, by coincidence. Yeah, right. Somebody knows about this area and where to drop it off. The same with a white Mercedes. Do you see the pattern here now? It's always at straight cop house or trap house until the public starts looking for it. Then, in a day or two, the vehicle is found torched. From the satellite point of view, you can see even better how close these two locations are. We could say two fields between that are divided by a streamline. Howard's van was found on the bottom location. From aerial view, you can kind of tell the property lines. It seems like the car was found on the brown square or by the streamline or in the green area north from it. Howard car could have also been kept at her house those 6 days, and at night they drove the car a few minutes to the first farmer, torched the car, and left. This makes me think that if I would make a guess where they left Howard was in the almost opposite direction of the minivan. If I was police, I would look here first. Look at where they found phone, right by Straight Cop's house. This is the distance with and without going around following the roads. Let's take a look at this from the Google Earth point of view.
Let me make sure
This area right here would be farmer's property where the minivan was found. The minivan was probably found somewhere out here, because if they torched the car by his house, he would have called the fire department. This right here is Lakeisha's house in question. First property to the right of the Hopewell Baptist Church. Now, it only gets better from here. This is a large shed on the property with metal sheet. This is where the car was found, and this is where Lakeisha Anthony is found. Let's take a look at something here. So, this is the main house on the property. Pay attention to all different types of cars on the grass.
Y'all, somebody add Justice for Doll. I need to ask him something.
Back to the shed. Please pay attention to the metal sheet door. It is just something spooky about this shed. About a year after Howard's disappearance, Great Cop and his Trolley Mafia members, yes, metal sheet door. Either they are that stupid and shot the video in the same shed, or find something similar looking, and made sure scenes featuring the kidnapped person have those doors in the background. Half of the video when they are outside was recorded in Orange Mound. The other half was recorded either in the same shed, or at another location representing the shed as a subliminal. These type of doors would not be found in the cities. They would be usually on the large farm shed, just as the one I showed you, Govan. are we going to tell people who paid for this video? Check out Daryl Smith, one of the highest ranking Trollia Mafia and Shada fam members. Little Rashad, Felix, and more are all part of this video.
To elaborate, on the right in that red hat is Daryl Smith, one of the people who would for sure know details of Howard's situation, being one of their gang leaders. As you can see on the picture, he was part of the video shoot, subliminally telling the world what they did to Howard and being one of Dolph and Paper Out haters. Also in that added picture down the middle, you can find him in the same studio same weeks when Straight Cop was recording his music back in 2021. Of course, little Shara Wright Jr. liking that picture, because she was probably in the studio that day with all of them. Now, Teezy and Justin were very, very close to Daryl and his brother D'Angelo. D'Angelo is real crazy, which would qualify him to do some wild stuff to Howard. This is a picture from June 2021 after Daryl, D'Angelo, Justin, and Teezy just came back from a Miami trip, where they were taking picture inside and outside Mim's family apartment. We will show you all that. Don't go digging, sit back and relax, because Justice for Dolph wants people to get the full story the first time without goofy breaking news. Don't even talk about it until I get to Miami trip and them. I got so much materials on that one. Anyway, we were going to give a pass to brothers Daryl and D'Angelo from the documentary in respect of somebody we fuck with. However, since that goofy seizure dancing circus act NLE Choppa pulled a play and was playing a serious game on Dolph Kids, he has earned their spot back in the documentary without holding back. Daryl is one of Shada fam leaders as well. That gang NLE is clouching off. Congratulations to Daryl and D'Angelo, you have officially made the documentary since the music didn't work out. This story about participation in plot against young Dolph just might do it. Over there in that red shirt is yo boy Rashad Hill Sanders, one of Justin's closest crash outs. He was part of Hit on Paper Out Woo and overall entire plot on young Dolph and his artists. Keep an eye on his story in the documentary too. He can thank that federal informant Govan for making the documentary without holding back. If any little Trulla would know full details of what they did to Howard step by step, it is most definitely him. Now, if I was going to make the starting five of Little Trulla's part of plot on Howard, I would put Straight Cop on point guard distributing the play, Little Rashad on shooting guard always ready to crash out and shoot up people. I would put Daryl's brother D'Angelo as a small forward ready to dunk on everybody with his crazy ass. His brother Daryl would be a power forward because he is big in the game and one of the Trulla / Shada fam leaders. And of course CEO Teezy at the center because he is heavy in the game, rebounding all the loose ends. Govan is of course their coach. Not part of the plot on Howard, but Paper Out Woo and Key Glock might know some details, being very close to all of them until the summer of 2018. They gotta know some shit, especially Woo being the first one to smash Little Demon, Ho Rick Kayla, before Stray Cop.
Stop. Hold on.
Let's recap this last section about the house and the music video. We want to make it clear we are saying 100% they made a video about Howard. After making this video, we received a follow-up message after being told it was about Howard from people close to the plot on Howard. They said how the video was not made in the shed, so we could record it about a year and a half later claiming Howard's death, just like all these rappers snitching on themselves in recent years. Okay, so back to the property. Cars parked through years, a lot of cars. Ain't no way that many people live at that little house. It could be that a car mechanic lives here too, but it could be a dope dealer house. We don't know, and not afraid to say when we don't know something which is still super suspicious. In the next scene, we might get an explanation why we were so stuck on that house and all them cars parked. We are not here to lie on anybody, just to present results of our investigation. Most of it is always correct. Everybody can make a mistake here and there, but damn sure our mistakes will still lead us all in the right direction. If I see Unc Lambert Boo House to be the first house next to where burned car was found, it is my duty to report this information. Lakeisha wasn't married to Unc Lamb at that time. Could she have known him? Sure could. Could have somebody else, like Don Heavy Heron, arrange this through Heron family? We don't know. The real question is if he has family connections to that house while knowing Quet really well. Is this the house where they always take people and pay somebody to keep quiet? We don't know, but damn sure something smells fishy about all this. Well, at least we have covered the satellite view of the area. Maybe somebody else catches something else. That last part worked behind the scenes because we have received a message from our remote viewer who has been working closely with our team, predicting all kinds of wild events, writing it down months before it happens, especially predicting deaths and how certain people around Govind die, including him. I am officially spooked out. Y'all can't imagine what have we heard right before it happens in the real world. Let's see if our remote viewer can help Mr. Barnett and his family narrow down the area where Howard could be resting after Howard's brother asked for help.
But I kind of like, not saying I'm used to the pain. I'm used to it. But it's like I deal with it better than my mother and my niece then. You know, my sister. I deal with it better than them. But I still deal with it, you know. I still deal with it. I go sit in the car. I sit outside. And you know what's crazy? You know, man, you be sitting out there talking. And I believe in this type of stuff. You know, you'll be sitting out there talking. And I'll be talking as if I'm having a conversation with my brother, as if I'm having a conversation with him. I'll be talking, man. I just be talking. And them trees just get to blowing. I be like, damn, man, you saying something. You saying something to me. What you saying, I don't know. But as I'm having this, as I'm talking, them trees just blowing. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So it's like some shape, form, or fashion. He trying to tell me something. But what he trying to tell me, I don't know. Like I didn't even have it where I'm asleep. And I had this dream, like, man, I'm trying to wake up cold sweat. God is my witness, right hand of God. It's like I was having this, I was just wake up, I woke up in cold sweats, honest to God. And I heard my brother, he yelling. Like he yelling, like calling. He said, bro, but wherever it's dark. It's dark. Don't know if it's on the street or if it's in the field or where, or is it surrounded by trees. I just know it's pitch black dark. You know? I be beating myself up with that situation there too. And I get mad at myself because they're like, damn, man, excuse me for cursing on the podcast. Or they're like, dog, man, why you can't see what he trying to say? Or why you can't see where this it? As if he trying to tell me, but I don't see it.
I'm gonna ask him, Lord Almighty. I'm gonna ask you, me and you.
This is a message to Mr. Barnett from our remote viewer. Mr. Barnett is hearing messages from the universe and/or Howard while talking, and he is saying he hears trees blowing. He is saying something. Howard is sure saying something. Look in the direction of trees. He is trying to tell you where he is at, or giving you a metaphor to find a place. Sleeping and dreaming is the time. He is saying it is dark, surrounded by dark. That sounds like a forest to me, covering the light from all sides. Now, hopefully you can see what he is trying to say, where he at. Hope this helps. You know what is crazy? I gave this location more than 2 years ago to Justice Fordolf team. I heard identical clues, which were focused on trees blowing and darkness. When I was listening to your video and you mentioned the same thing I was hearing, I looked at the time and it was 4:40, for I went to screenshot it. And as soon as I did, 44 turned into 45. 45 could be an angle or something else from exact location where the burn car was. We need to speak with the property owner about exactly where that car was found and follow the direction. I strongly believe he is in one of these forests, and you should work with Ms. T to put you in contact with some expert police dogs trained to human remains, and bring also some Howard's belongings like dirty clothes or rarely washed items. If he is not, all of this is a major clue and a metaphor we need to follow to locate him. But after 20 years of my expertise, he has to be in that forest or in the river right next to the property. I am getting a weak signal that the river in Memphis is another potential option. However, we can't find that one without divers and confessions of killers. What we can do is search every inch of the forest next to the burned car. I sincerely hope this helps. Oh yes, and I kept telling Justice Fordolph team that the little house with the shed they found and the music video might not be used for the crime or to hold Howard. It could be just a confirmation from the universe that we are looking in the right direction. I will keep marinating these visions and see what we can come up with together. But I would first search the forests. Sometimes the clues given by the universe are complete opposite. So it could be even forest under where his car was found on the map. If we said this 2 years ago, and you just confirmed due to your cosmic bond with Howard, I really believe he is right there. Plus these little trollos are lazy as hell. The same way the phone was by Justin House, confirming we looking in the right direction. This just might be the same thing.
Even in Gray Face in the chat, what year did Straight Drop get out after? Because Straight Drop was in jail, I believe, in 2017, but he got out shortly after your brother went missing. I believe he got out in 2018. You started seeing her on the pictures with him.
No, her and Straight Drop had pictures a long time ago on Facebook. Like they had pictures. Her and Straight Drop been messing off for a while. What year he got out? I couldn't tell you that, man. I couldn't tell you. I don't have the ounce. I don't have the ounce.
Well, we know it was before. It was while she was with your brother because she was going to see him.
She was driving. He had a gold Range Rover at the time. My brother had a gold Range Rover at the time. And she was in that vehicle going out to see him. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, she was taking his gold Range Rover going down to 201 Poplar to see Straight Drop.
Mm-hmm. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Wow.
We took a couple of days to go find out if this goofy was really locked up or not when the crime against Howard happened. The first person we called was Judge Chris Kraft himself, who sentenced and released this CMF crash out. He pointed us to Tennessee Department of Correction, which was false because Justin did not do his time over there. Then we asked True Results to call over there at Shelby County and figure out correct dates. Shout out to True. He immediately got on the phone and pulled dates for us. 3rd of June until November 8th, meaning Shara Wright Jr. Lover was locked up and had others pull a hit for him under Govan's approval. Of course, the DA office was full of shit and said Justin was locked up for 9 months. Now I'm going to upload every single development from Shelby County Portal regarding Justin's case, kind of confirming he was indeed locked up. Means nothing because plot on Howard was already in motion.
He was actually
Plus they
out.
got phones in there and
He was
Rick
supposed to
Caleb
be
been
locked
visiting
up, but
him,
he was out.
getting latest updates.
He was supposed. He said, "Why justice for Dolph doing?" He was supposed to be locked up, but he was out, y'all. He said, "Why justice for Dolph doing quit like that?" Justice for Dolph ain't doing nothing to quit. like it when Justice for Dolph mess with him. Oh my God, I was so tickled last night. I kept falling asleep, but I was so tickled. Quit like for Justice for Dolph to mess with him. I haven't seen the truth up in here. Normally the truth would, or did he come in when I fell asleep? Because I fell asleep about 3 times. Did the truth come in the chat last night? Normally he comes in up in the chat. He said, quit throwing Mr. Not. Shut up, Remy. Hush, hell. He said, quit throwing Mr. Not Guilty under the bus. These dogs getting too fat. I guess I feed them too much. Come here, man. Come here. Come here, man. You always been the big one, though. Come here. Why you getting so fat? Because you eating up all the food? No, you just born big. You just born big. You was born big. He'd lay down and go to sleepy pie. Inspired says, quit sending me friend requests on Facebook. I don't know, dude. He says Memphis police needs to put Miss T as the head of the investigation unit. Then shit would get okay. It would definitely get solved. Caroline Mason is over. I think she's the colonel now over investigations. Child, Caroline just trying to get her years in, child. That's what she doing. But I mean, it's obvious she's not paying close attention to her missing persons unit. As a matter of fact, let me request Caroline on Facebook. But it ain't, she can't, ain't no need in requesting Caroline on Facebook because she's not gonna do anything. Okay. I guess Diane didn't see that. She probably busy though. Because she normally sent a message back. Anyways, you guys. Anyways, as they say, at any rate. We've been on here 3 hours. I feel like I was going to talk about something else. I just can't remember what I was going to talk about, but we definitely want to do justice for. We want to say, justice for Howard Barnett. I tend to believe that they are going to find his remains straight drop. Oh Lord Jesus, why did I say that? I was trying to say Cypress. I done called Cypress straight drop. Cypress, you must got a kindred spirit of his. Yeah, I'm surprised Justice for Dolph didn't come in here. The Truth didn't come up in here. Where Quit at? Quit need to come in here. Let us know if he knows anything about Howard. He could do another page and come in here and tell us what the area that they get ready to go search again. Are they gonna find anything? Yeah, Justice for Howard Barnett. Let's put his picture up. Let's see, because right now it's Justice for Howard. Hold on, y'all. Just give me a moment. Hello? Hello? Hey, I just spoke about you. I mean, less than 5 minutes ago. I sent Diane a message. She normally wouldn't text me back. Uh-huh.